Here it is, the perfect Christmas side dish, spaghetti squash with toasted almonds and pomegranates. Hi there, I'm Christina Vonti Fisher. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how I make my version of spaghetti squash, and I'm going to add some fresh pomegranate, toasted almonds, and parsley, and a little drizzle of honey to make this the perfect Christmas side dish. I'm calling it a Christmas side dish, but you can use it any time of year as long as pomegranates are in season. Okay, so butternut squash, what's really interesting about this is it's very, very hard. So if you're gonna take a chef's knife and try to cut it, you're gonna have a hard time unless you're like Mr. Olympia. So what I like to do is I like to pop it in the oven for about 10 minutes at 425. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna put this whole squash into the oven at 425 for 10 minutes. Otherwise, it's just gonna be impossible for me to cut. All right, so we're gonna do that and come right back. Okay, so rinse off the squash really well. Take a baking sheet with parchment paper, put it in the oven, 425 for 10 minutes. That should make the squash nice and soft right there. See how easy it is to cut now? Then just scrape out the seeds and the strings with the back of a spoon. Then on another baking sheet, set your squash down. So here are the ingredients for my spaghetti squash with pomegranate and toasted almonds. We've got spaghetti squash, pomegranate, sliced almonds, super cute, fresh flat leaf parsley, olive oil, honey, salt, and pepper. And that's all you need. And I'm telling you, this is such a taste sensation. Your friends and family are gonna love it. Once you have your squash cut in half and you have all of the innards removed, the seeds and all the little strings, you wanna take a baking sheet. I like to just put parchment paper down. A lot of people like to put water at the bottom to make their squash. I find that that's not necessary, so I don't do it. All you need to do is take a little bit of olive oil, drizzle it on your squash. I'm just gonna take my hand. You could take a brush if you want. I'm just kind of getting the olive oil all over the sides of this beautiful spaghetti squash. I love this, high in fiber, high in vitamins and minerals. It's so healthy and so delicious. Okay, I'm gonna use this hand because it's dirty. Then I'm just gonna sprinkle my little salt and pepper combo here onto my squash. I've got Himalayan sea salt today. And I'm just gonna put it in the oven at 425 for about 30 minutes. The most important step here, you need to flip over your squash, face down. Okay, so we're gonna take this into the oven, 425 for about 30 minutes. While that's baking, you can prep the pomegranate, just immerse them in water, get the seeds out. I have an instructional video on how to get the seeds from pomegranates on this YouTube channel. Then rinse off the parsley, dry it, and then just give it a nice rough chop. Look at that beautiful green. And then I just place it in a prep bowl. Meanwhile, you can do toasting of the almonds on your stovetop. Just place them in a pan at medium-high heat. It only takes 2 minutes. By the time you're done with all of that, your squash should be done and coming out of the oven. Look at this gorgeous squash. Scrape it out with a fork and just follow the lines of the strands. So go from the sides so you can keep those spaghetti squash strands nice and long. Then just plate it in your serving dish, being careful not to break apart the strands. Keep them nice and long and pretty. Add a little bit of olive oil. I like to do that just to soften it up. Some sea salt and fresh cracked pepper. And then sprinkle your beautiful pomegranate arils. They're really called pomegranate arils, by the way. They're so full of antioxidants. I love them. Then a little bit of those beautiful toasted almonds for that nice crunch. Look at how nice that looks. It's really a simple dish. Of course, we need to add a pop of green with that beautiful flat leaf parsley, really making it festive and flavorful. And a little drizzle of honey. Oh yes. Merry Christmas. Here it is, the perfect Christmas side. Spaghetti squash with pomegranates and toasted almonds. You're gonna love it. So good. Remember to like, save, share, and that you are deeply loved by God.